I've decided to go for a world record this season. So I just finished a 12-hour shift at work, and I'm thinking the whole time of video ideas, stuff I can do this season of Halo 5, because we just got the announcement as of today. It is, or as of a few days ago, I guess. But it's 12:10, so it's December 10th right now at 11:44 at night. And I've decided to start going for a world record this season. I'm gonna go for the world record amount of accounts in Champ in a single playlist. So I'll be going for 50 is my goal, which is absolutely insane. I don't think anyone would ever try this besides me, or put this much effort for like such a meaningless goal, but I think it's gonna be kind of cool. Okay, one more thing. First order business. Obviously, we're gonna delete all the accounts. I've got 32 accounts on my Xbox. We're gonna at least fill my Xbox up with Smurfs and get them all champ. I think that'll be cool. I'll have to literally remove Smurfs to get the world record. Like, I'll literally fill my Xbox up with champ accounts, and then I'll have to remove them as I go. Like, it's gonna be fucking insane. But all these accounts are going to go off the Xbox. I'll have to write them down in a Word document somewhere. Alright, this is officially the first world record champ account. Okay, so this is our first little problem that we're gonna run into. It's been 2 days since I made this account, and I'm already locked out. So, but I'm gonna go try to stream and get it tonight, and you guys will see the clip if that does happen, and I'll let you know how that went. Alright, so as you guys can see, I just got into Halo 5. My account is unlocked. Started level 16. These are the stats. This is probably one of my worst starts ever to a season, but we're gonna push through it. I've done like 2 streams and I'm still Onyx 1515. I'm gonna solo queue all night tonight and get the champ for sure. The main problem with my account's getting locked is that they lock over Xbox Live too. So if I go to Microsoft.com, I can't sign into the accounts after to put them all into a company. So I'm gonna have to leak the secret and make my company now, because at the end I want to do a big reveal of all the champs. I want to have them all in the same company, so I'm gonna have to make the world record champ accounts company. Actually, I just thought of a way around it. I'm just gonna make a random company. I'm just gonna name the company like 7 or something, and then I'll keep it secret, and then I'll just change the company name at the end. That's actually pretty decent idea. Alright, so our first account as the champ, I just got done with a couple hour stream, but this is how long it took for our first account. Like I said, CSR is a little bit busted this season, so it took 8 hours and 41 minutes for our first champ. So it's gonna be an absolute grind to get these 50 done, but we're gonna get it done. We are going to get it done. I've actually already got my second champ account, or not second champ account, but I'm working on it. For prom 2. So 71 and 23. I ranked Diamond 2 because it's in a duo queue. Like I said, CSR is busted this season. Even placements are like screwed up. So yeah, 90 win rate, 3 KD, 5.8 KDA. I honestly think accuracy has a factor in it because it's kind of just throwing bullets everywhere. But I'm not really known for my accuracy. So we're gonna get it, and I will update you guys whenever we have this count champ and the next one is made. Okay, this is kind of on me, but I have not recorded for a couple of days because I've been streaming literally everything I do. I think I've streamed like 24 hours in the past 2 days. I've been streaming like 12 hours a day, but I have work tomorrow again, so I'm not gonna be streaming tomorrow until late. But here's the update. So we have Worker Prom 2, Champ 22. So we improved there. Worker Prom 3 took a little bit longer, 6 hours 50 minutes. Kind of luck of the draw with this, but Worker Prom 4, I just made this like a couple hours ago, so 2 hours and 36 minutes for this champ, which is our new personal best. Yeah, so this is going to be a weird little cut in the video, but you are seeing this right. I do have 12 champ accounts now, not just 4 where I left off at. You're not missing a part of the video, I just have not recorded in about 20 days. So I've got 12 champ accounts in the last 20 days. It's taken me about like half a day to get a champ account, but like I've had to take breaks on this grind. It's been painfully boring. I've been streaming every single one. If you want to see the proof, you can I'll slap the Twitch link in the top right or top left, something like that, and you guys can go and check out the VODs if you want to make sure that it's all legit, because it is. But I now have 8 more champ accounts from where I was. Yeah, so I figured out a second goal for the series. I do want to check the statistics at the end of all this and see where we're at statistically for all the accounts. Alright, what's up guys? It's been a while since my last clip on this. Obviously, I'm on Worker Prom 11. Last time y'all were with me, I think I just made Worker Prom 12. It's been about a month since I recorded a clip. The reason for that being that Halo 5 in the last couple months for Breakout has just completely died. There is not a single person getting a game in that playlist. I have tried for so long to just sit solo queue in a lobby on a brand new account and try to get games, and I cannot get games without like boosting. Seriously, I cannot get games without inviting like golds and below to my team. Like I sit in a lobby solo queue and I get errored out to the home screen because there's no one searching. I cannot match anyone solo queue. I have to dumb down my MMR to even get a game. So I completely chalked it. I was not enjoying the game at all because obviously you can't enjoy the game if you don't play it. I really do enjoy the Breakout playlist, but if I'm just sitting there trying to get a lobby all day doing this challenge, it kind of becomes meaningless. And I don't want to sit there and boost all day because obviously that kind of kills the point of having a challenge like this. So that being said, I did decide to chalk the 50 accounts idea. I'm sorry if y'all wanted to see that. I think I have proven that I could have done it. I got all of these accounts within about a month, I think, and a season is 3 months, so I could have easily done it. This is about a month of grinding, and it wasn't consistent grinding. I was playing other games while I did it, so anyway, I didn't want to scrap these accounts because it obviously does take a long time to make accounts like this. Alright, so I think I left off on Worker Prom 12, so we're just going to do a quick little evaluation of this. So I think I talked about it in my previous clip where like people were taking my name, so I had to do Worker Prom 012. If I didn't talk about it in the previous clip, I'm talking about it now. Someone was silvering my tags, so I couldn't do my challenge, but I obviously just worked around it as best I could. But I'm going to throw up the stats in the top right of the screen now, so you can see that I did get champ accounts on these. But I don't even think I recorded these. I think I had Worker Prom 12 at like a plat 6 last time y'all checked. Here's Worker Prom 13. Obviously the name is hideous, but that's the extent that I had to be driven to. So here is Worker Prom 14. And this was my last account. So I did complete 1/3 of the challenge, or almost 1/3 of the challenge, going to 50. But I did it in about a month, and obviously 3 months in a season. So I think I could have easily done it. I'm not trying to make excuses. I obviously failed the challenge. If y'all want to roast me for that, go ahead. I actually still have my last game from this account on here, which is kind of weird. So anyway, let's get into the analysis. So I've taken it upon myself to compile all 14 of these champ accounts into a Word document for you guys. We're going to try and look at all these factors and see if we can do a deep dive into 343's matchmaker and see how it works. Alright, if you guys want to pause the video and make sure my calculations are right, you can. This is mainly just to have it listed for posterity, but we're going to do a deep dive and really just see what determines our ranks overall and what doesn't do anything for it. Here are my personal bests and my personal worsts. These are very important for my results, which I'll talk about later. If you want to pause the video here and check it out, I've listed the accounts that correspond to the personal best and the personal worst. Alright guys, so these are my total and averages. This is another little important bit of information here. So it's 14 total champ accounts, and if you guys want to pause the video again and check this part out, just remember this will be important later, the average KPM. Alright, let's talk about some common things players say your matchmaking rank's based on. So people will say your rank's based on KDA, or KDR, kill death ratio, kills plus assists over death ratio. Either or. This is a common thing that people say and think, and it's just false. They correlate, kind of, because having a good KD means you're going to have a good KDA, and it generally means you're a good player. But it's actually largely based on KPM, or kills per minute. It is 100% based on kills per minute, but just some of the abnormalities that happen in matchmaking make the KPM sometimes get skewed, as you'll see in the list that I'm about to show you. And I'll talk about these abnormalities after I show you guys this list. Alright, so what you guys are looking at on the screen right now is all the accounts ranked by time for champs in ascending order. So this being my quickest champ, and this being my slowest champ. As you can see, there's a pattern here. KPM 1.805, this is my highest KPM value. This is my shortest time to get a champ account. This is my second lowest KPM value, and this is my highest time to get a champ account. So you guys can see the correlation between KPM and time for champs. There is a negative correlation. As the KPM rises, the time for champ is going to drop. So that means there's a positive correlation between KPM rising and your CSR rising. So if you want to get a higher CSR, you've got to attain a higher KPM over time. If you're wondering why there's these skewed values in the middle, like it's going up here and then down and then down and then down and then up a little bit here, we're going to talk about that in the next section. And it should explain why KPM doesn't fully work as a matchmaker. So what actually causes your rank to increase, and what delays getting your account to a higher rank? The main factor is kills per minute, as we've already discussed. The higher your KPM value is, the higher your MMR and CSR will be, usually at least. There are a couple other factors that go into this value, as we've already discussed. If the match you get into was the exact same every time, then KPM would be the only factor that went into your rank. But this is not the facts. We have to consider a matchmaking mechanic that I call QOM, or quality of matches. Think of QOM in a standard like your school grades. If you were doing a calculation of your grades for a specific class, you'll have to weight the tests and homework separately. If you use the same scale on homeworks and tests, your average is going to be incorrect. The test and the homework grades each go up to 100% score, but the test may be worth 30% of your grade, where the homework is going to be 5% of your grade. The same rules apply in Halo 5 matchmaking. A match against a team of golds when you're a champ will be like the homework grade, and be weighted rather low towards your CSR. This is an example of a low quality of match. This will inflate your KPM, because these kills are not worth as much as kills in a game of champs versus champs. This is the reason that sometimes, even though my accounts have a higher value in KPM, there's an account with a lower value KPM above it in the rankings list, and therefore has a faster time to get a champ rank, but has a lower KPM. This is because the quality of matches I received on that account were much better / harder for me to win, so I got rewarded accordingly when I won those matches. So taking QOM a bit further, let's talk about a hidden matchmaker mechanic that I have long believed to exist in Halo 5, which is tester matches. The matchmaker tries to make the ranking system as hard as it can on you to test how good of a player you are. The QOM of these matches is the worst it can get in tester matches. Sometimes it's going to throw you into these tester matches that you'll have a 90% chance of winning. You usually get these matches after you lose a few games in a row to stack teams, and they're designed to probe your skill and see if you're still worthy of the rank that you have. You'll know if you're in one of these matches by if the game is noticeably easier and you gain 0 CSR for winning the match. Tester matches are integral to Halo 5's matchmaker, and it's just a way for the matchmaker to make sure you're still playing how you should be playing. These matches are going to slow down your grind, and you'll get many of these on your champ grind if you lose to too many teams, because the matchmaker will want to test you once again to make sure that you're still as good as your rank says you are. This ultimately punishes everyone. You gain 0 CSR, you gain fake KPM, as it's inflated because the kills in this match are worthless because it's a test for 0 CSR gain, and the enemy team of low ranks gets railed and is demotivated to play more matches. This mechanic seems harmless on the outside, but once you think about how this is happening all over the game's ranked system, you could see how it could kill off a lot of the competitive population over time. Think about how you would feel as a lower ranked player trying to improve in year 6 of Halo 5 in 2021, and you're just constantly being used as a guinea pig by 343's matchmaker to make sure good players are still good. Alright, so another major factor is teaming with people that we call MMR sharks. MMR sharking is another factor I have long known to exist. This is something that happens when you party up with others. You may have noticed that you rank much lower when in a stacked team of 4 compared to when you solo queue your placements. Or even that you have a much harder time ranking up when you're in that team of 4. This is because the game goes harder on you when you're partied up in a team. On top of that, the people on your team are taking kills that you would have otherwise gotten. My group of friends and I made up the term MMR sharking to describe when this happens, because there are other alpha players on the team besides you, and they're stealing, or sharking, your kills. This is a drastic impact on how long your champ grind will take. Take a look at Workaparom 11's time for champ compared to its KPM. The KPM is pretty close to my average at 1.455, but the champ still took over 10 hours, my personal worst time for a champ account by about 5 hours. This is the account that I consistently played with friends on when I mainly solo queued all the rest. As you can see, my friends are just as good as me at Breakout, or better than me, that they took the kills that I would usually get running around the map. This increased my time for the champ about 5 hours over my average time. The main takeaway from this is that if you care about your rank, make sure that you're the best player in your team, or play in smaller groups or solo queue. Basically, what all of this means is that my average KPM of 1.577 will get you to at least a champ rank of 200 at 1600 CSR in the elimination playlist. I haven't done any research on any other playlists, but I would bet any of you anything that my theories I have listed here hold up in any playlist. Just that the KPM values will differ for champ in every playlist. I will also say with complete confidence that if I did this same study in every playlist, and was able to get 14 accounts to a champ rank in any of them, I would be able to triangulate what KPM you need for a champ rank, and what KPM value you would need to be the number 1 champ of every playlist. To demonstrate how effective my study on the rankings is, let's compare my KPM to the number 1 player in elimination right now, 1 season after collecting the data for this study. I predict, before I look, my highest valued KPM of 1.805 will be close to the value of the number 1 player's KPM by at least 0.2 KPM. Alright, so let's see if I'm right. I'm going to go ahead and go over to Halo Waypoint. So I'm on Halo Waypoint now. We're going to look up the leaderboards for this season. We're going to head over to elimination of this season. Okay, so the number 1 player is Harzo. So I'm going to switch over to the Xbox now. We'll go over to Friends on Dadzo. Here we go. We're going to go to his elimination. Okay, now we're going to do some simple calculations to get his KPM. This will be Champ 1 KPM. We're going to see this, okay? I'm going to show you guys how to calculate this too. So you're going to want to take the total time, so do 7, because it's 7 hours, times it by 60, add the 59, then do 55 divided by 60 for the seconds so you can get it precise, and you get 0.916, so you're going to take 479 and add 0.916, and you're going to get 479.916. So this is your minutes. So you just take your kills and divide it by your minutes, and you're going to get a value of 1.955. So, as I stated, it's going to be 0.2 within my highest KPM. So I probably could have got that account that I got a champ within 2 hours and 36 minutes on. I could have probably got that account to the top 10 champs, just based on KPM analysis. I predict from my study that SWAT will be the playlist that has the highest KPM values among its champ players, and that elimination is going to have the lowest KPM values. My reasoning is that SWAT has the fastest games of all the ranked playlists, and you can rack up kills quickly with headshots and spawn killing. Elimination is kind of a wild card. It's most definitely going to be the playlist with the lowest KPM values. If you get unlucky and take a death on a rush route in the start of a breakout 2.0 or 1.0 match, you could be waiting up to 2 minutes for the randoms on your team to either win, lose, or tie the round, contributing to a very low KPM value. So in Halo 5, heavily grinding ranked is going to kill your hidden MMR in the long run. Hidden MMR, or hidden matchmaking rank, is the current CSR value your account can reach. Once you hit that peak amount of hidden MMR in terms of your CSR value, your peak will be determined by the matchmaker to either go higher or drop. Once this peak drops, it is near impossible to raise it back to its previous point. In simple terms, the game thinks you're a god when you first start playing, and as you play more, the game puts you in matches that only Jesus Christ himself could win. And then when you don't win those matches, the matchmaker realizes that you are just a puny mortal, and your hidden MMR peak will start to drop, and you will lose the max amount of CSR every game. If you care about your rank, find your peak, and when you start to drop, swap to an alt you don't care about. In many ways, the Halo 5 matchmaker is a very lazy thing. Cavemen playing with sticks and rocks could have came up with something more intuitive, and it's one of the reasons the competitive scene on Halo 5 has been dying since our current ranking system, True Skill 2, was implemented. It's up to you guys on how you choose to use the information and tips I've given you in this video. 343 recently lost its lead matchmaking executive, Josh Menke, so good luck learning anything more comprehensive than this from 343 themselves. I hope this video helped you and gave you an understanding of how Halo 5's matchmaker works. Leave me a comment if you have anything else you think I missed, forgot to mention, and good luck on your 2021 Halo 5 Guardians journey.